Are you ready to unlock shocking SEO secrets? Attend the 13th annual SEO Rockstars event on November 5th through 7th in Las Vegas. Struggling to get your site on the top of Google? Feeling overwhelmed with outdated tactics? Missing out on crucial traffic and leads? Imagine increasing revenue effortlessly. Join me and hundreds of SEO pros at SEO Rockstars 2024. Learn from industry legends like Jerry West, Ted Kobitis, Holly Starks, and more, sharing proven strategies that work. Hands-on workshops, actionable insights, and unparalleled networking. Limited spots are available. Don't miss out. Register today at SEORockstars.net. Use code SEOSHOW or click the link below and get $200 off instantly. Ever wonder how to get your brand noticed? I found the answer with Magic PR. Thanks to Magic PR, my brand now reaches over 500 plus premium news and media outlets. I've seen my press release on MSN, AP News, Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, and many more. But it's not just about visibility. With Magic PR's unique SEO process, I've noticed incredible boost in traffic to my site and improved local and organic rankings. From crafting the perfect press release to building a powerful SEO campaign, Magic PR is always there for me. Want to experience the magic of PR? Try Magic PR just like I did and watch your business reach new heights. Hey, what's up everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome, Luther. Today we have Max Geraci coming on. We'll be talking about advanced cloud stacking. I actually see Max in the back. Let me see here. Let me bring you on real quick. Can you hear me okay? Massimiliano.
I hear you.
All right. Love it, love it. Let me make sure we can bring you on the screen here. Ever wonder how to get your brand noticed? Stefan. Hi, everyone. All right. Massimiliano, how are you doing?
Fine. I'm working on a gigantic schema.
Nice, nice. Love it, love it. I love the colors in your room. Oh my God, it's lovely. What's that? What's that on the back of your chair there?
Yeah, some cactus, some plants, and some books.
Love it. Aha. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, we got Max coming talking about advanced cloud stacking, which would be a really, really good one. So, Max, did you see the questions I put in the calendar?
Yeah, sure.
Are they all good to ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I'll mix some parts, but yeah.
Love it, guys.
With everything right there.
So if you guys are just tuning in, we will be talking about advanced cloud stacking with Massimiliano Geraci, and it's gonna be a good one, guys. We'll also talk about his software. He has something called Stacking.cloud, and his book. He has a book coming out, and we'll talk about that as well. So be sure to get your questions ready and make sure they're on topic, and I will address them in the order that they are received. We got about 7 more minutes to go. What time is it over there at where you're at? Are you in Italy, right?
It's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Love it. Thank you so much for staying up late for the show.
No problem. I'm a night owl, so I go night.
Nice. Love it. Love it. Kenneth says, hi, Max and Dre. Don't be shy, guys. I see a bunch of you out there. Let me know in the live chat where you're watching from. Tanya says, hi, guys. Hi, Latanya. We got about 6 more minutes to go, so Natalie says hello. Hello, Natalie. So, Max, when will be your next speaking engagement?
October in Toronto, the IRL
nice.
conference organized by Steve Todd.
So you're flying into North America.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then I'll fly to Southeast Asia again. Hope.
Oh.
Last year I spent 7 months there.
Where? In Southeast Asia?
Thailand, Chiang Mai, and then Vietnam.
Oh. So are you going to be there for also, isn't there like some conferences there too around that time?
Yes. The affiliate one in Chiang Mai by Matt Dickey, and then there is the one by Matt Singers in Saigon, Vietnam.
Oh. So that's a good time to be out there, just to hang out with everyone, right?
Yeah. Everyone is there.
So Trans Canada says, when Massimiliano Geraci talks, the notepad comes out. Oh yes, there you go. Get out your notepads, guys. It's gonna be a good one. So Ernesto says, "What's up, Dre and Max? Hello, hello." We got 5 more minutes to go, and so Max, actually, see, you used to watch the show back in the days. I used to see you pop up and ask, like now it's nice to see you on this side of the production. So thank you so much for joining me on actually being on this side of the show. I remember when you would still come on and like put some chats in there and ask some questions to some of the guests. I love it.
I love the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then when I saw you doing some great things, I'm like, hey, come on, let's get on. I gotta get you on here. So you've been doing a lot of great things. I've seen you, and I've seen you doing your talks. You're being more active on social media. So some good stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys, we got about 4 more minutes to go. So get your shouts out and let me know where you're watching from. It's gonna be a great episode. So make sure you break out those notepads, get your questions ready, and ask everything you would love to do. What was that? Is that some marijuana?
I'm a medical cannabis man.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all edibles. I can't smoke. I can't really smoke. I do the edibles.
Yeah.
Just,
we don't have edibles in Italy, unluckily.
Oh, really? You don't?
Yeah.
Is it against the law or something?
No, it's not common. The medical thing is just for vaporizing or some extract to put under its tongue. Sublingual, and I don't like it.
Got it. Let's see here. Fletcher says, "Hey, all right. I think we should do a live poll. Who has the better hair, Max or Dre?" Oh man. Oh man, you should see my hair earlier when I first started the channel. I had a pretty crazy haircut when I first started.
True.
It was like, it was like a pompadour, just on top.
I remember it.
Yeah, that's just my characteristic, man. I love having fun, and I don't care whatever anyone says. If I can rock it, I can rock it, right? Great topic today. Yes, we'll be talking about advanced cloud stacking, medics. Victor says hello. See a bunch of you out there. Don't be shy, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. We got up 2 more minutes to go, and we have a great episode today. We'll be talking to Massimiliano Geraci, and I'm talking about advanced cloud stacking. And Carol Fry says hi from Seattle. Seattle, Washington is closer to Canada. That's because if I think where you're going, that's I think like a 13-hour flight for me. Carlo says, "Hey, Max."
Hey, Carlo.
You're awesome, mate. There you go, Max. If you guys are just tuning in, we do have Massimiliano Geraci, and we'll be talking about advanced cloud stacking. And we'll be talking about the beginnings of what cloud stacking is, for those that don't know what cloud stacking is. And then we're going to go into breaking it down, step by step, how to set it up. And then we'll do some advanced strategies. And then we'll talk about software that can do it all for you. And we'll talk about maybe some future plans of what Max has planned with his new book. And should be a great conversation that we have there. But before then, we'll be going over a few videos. I go over 4 videos, and I will then introduce Max. I'll be shooting right after. So I got 1 minute left, so I'm going to put you on mute right now, and then get things ready. And then about 8 minutes after, I'll introduce you in. Sound good? All right. Okay.
Yeah, hey, time to get it started, no delay, let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera, steady dropping knowledge, over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO, you will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started or self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe to the SEO video show. Hey,
hey, welcome to another episode of the SEO video show where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre De Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released within the past week into about 1 minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guest, and today we have Massimiliano Geraci of Stacking.cloud. Before we get started, let's say what's up to everyone in chat. I see Carlo, Carol, Victor, Maddox, Trance, Fletcher, Ernesto, Natalie, Natanya, Brian, my man. Who else do we have here? Kenneth, Stefan. Wow, full house today. Thank you everybody for coming by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's get on with the show.
Hey Dre, why did the SEO cross the road? They wanted to get hit by traffic. Ah!
All right, first with Google. If Google isn't indexing your pages, Martin Split explains why. Let's check this one out.
So, in summary, most sites will have some pages that won't get indexed, and that's usually fine. If you think a page should be indexed, then you should consider checking the quality of the content on these pages that stay in Discovered currently not indexed. Make sure, as well, that your server isn't giving Googlebot signals that it is overwhelmed when it's crawling.
There's this new indexer that started working well for me. It was called, I believe, WarpIndex, W-A-R-P index on App Sumo. Check it out if you're having some indexing problems. Should you run paid ads on your top keywords? By John Lincoln. Let's check this one out.
In a recent study, Google revealed that 89% of traffic that's generated by search ads is not able to be replicated by organic clicks when the search ads are paused. That's a lot of traffic. This means that if you're ranking well organically, you still need to be running paid media ads to get 89% more clicks. That alone really answers this question. But here's a few more reasons. You want to be able to maximize your real estate on the SERPs. You want to protect your brand. You don't want competitors running ads on those keywords above you, even though you're ranking in organic. The next one is paid ads give you enhanced messaging control. So if you've got a certain promotion or an offer, you can put that in the ad. And then finally, really paid media complements organic. You want to be shown everywhere there and have as much inventory as possible. Look, it's going to take more budget. You might not want to do it for every single keyword, maybe just your top keywords.
All right, be sure to check out the SERPs before you bid. If no one's bidding on a term, you don't really have to worry. However, if you are on page one for a term with a ton of advertisers, I consider you doing this strategy. GBP optimization by Ryan Stewart. Let's check this one out.
The first thing that we do is we determine the main and subcategories of the Google Business Profile. This is really important because we want to make sure that we're targeting the right searches as these things are going out. So like, for example, we come across a lot of our attorney clients that just have lawyer as their category, as opposed to personal injury lawyer, car accident lawyer. You want to be very specific with these things. And we do that by doing research on the SERPs to understand who's ranking around it and what category we want to select. There's a tool that we use in here. It's called Plepper. It's a Chrome plugin. What it allows us to do is allows us to basically mass audit all the different results for those keywords that we want, and then make a decision about what category we want to select. So after that, we'll use a tool called Local Falcon, or we're using Whitespark a lot now too. It's a really, really great tool that allows us to run a scan report of the local rankings for the keywords that we want for that target client. That grid, you see it all over social media, all over ads. So we use this to understand, again, where they're currently ranking, who's ranking, and what those profiles are looking like, so we can get a little bit more context.
Ryan lays it all out in the step-by-step SOP, so be sure to check out the full video on his channel. Okay, there's a new SEO study where fewer pages equals more traffic by Authority Hacker News explains. Let's check this out.
In one case, an undisclosed domain had a bug that broke pagination and caused it to index many duplicate archive pages. the number of index pages shot up from around 6,000 to about 13,000. Immediately after this massive influx of low-quality pages, the domain's organic traffic dropped around 30%. Another example is ClickUp, the popular project management software. They got a bit excited and decided to attempt a programmatic SEO play to juice up their organic traffic. Their index pages went up from around 17,000 to 37,000. And almost immediately, organic traffic went from an estimated 1.6 million down to around 800,000. That's a 50% drop. Ouch. And if you want better odds at avoiding a similarly painful traffic drop, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We share the most important news in SEO and search marketing every single week, helping you stay on top of Google's latest changes. When these surges of low-quality pages happen, Indig found that the main symptom is a severe decrease in top 3 rankings. He shared examples of sites losing 36 to 45% of their organic keywords when the surge of low-quality pages occurred. But Indig also found examples of sites that managed to increase their organic traffic by monitoring and removing or improving lower quality pages. Sites like progressive.com that went from just over 30,000 index pages down to just 2,000. Their organic traffic shot up from around 2.9 million monthly visitors to 6.2 million today, according to Ahrefs.
I do plan on testing that 5 to 7 page website strategy to test the small personal site score that was talked about like last week. This brings me to my favorite part of the show. Please ask questions on the topic and I will address them in the order that they receive. Before we introduce our guest, here's a word from our sponsor. Ever wonder how to get your brand noticed? I found the answer with Magic PR. Thanks to Magic PR, my brand now reaches over 500 plus premium news and media outlets. I've seen my press release on MSN, AP News, Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, and many more. But it's not just about visibility. With Magic PR's unique SEO process, I've noticed incredible boost in traffic to my site and improved local and organic rankings. From crafting the perfect press release to building a powerful SEO campaign, Magic PR is always there for me. Want to experience the magic of PR? Try Magic PR just like I did and watch your business reach new heights. Massimiliano is an SEO speaker at SEO Estonia and SEO IRL. He's the author of NLP for SEO professionals coming later this year. He is the head of R&D semantic SEO specialist at Makato. Please welcome the founder of Stacking.cloud, Massimiliano Geraci. Max, my man, welcome to the show.
Hello, guys. Hi.
Everyone, let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right, Max. This is the first thing I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. In 1 minute or less, how does Max get ranking on page 1 of Google?
Well, the structure of the website is the most important thing, in my opinion. And with structure, I also include a map of the main entities and the structured data. So structure is a unity made by the taxonomy and the ontology of the website, its entities, and how to define them, and also the structured data.
Love it. Love it. First knowledge bomb of today. Hold on. Let's rewind this real quick. Take us way back. Way back. When did you actually first start doing SEO?
I started maybe 15 years ago, but I have a long career in content. I started in 91 with a company doing multimedia CD-ROM. And when the commercial internet started to be a thing, I sold that company because I understood that the future of content was really changing. Mm-hmm. So I moved to another city, and then I went through an academic career and was a researcher for 10 years in linguistics and semiotics and methodology of research. And then I quit with the university and moved to an agency founded by a friend, and I started to develop the digital department. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I worked with content, and then I started to work with SEO. After hiring an SEO, mm-hmm. I worked in looked at him working, and it said to me, okay, it's something that I can do. It's easy enough, it's interesting. And so I started to study for years. And at some point, a couple of years ago, 4 years ago, during the COVID, when NLP started to be a thing in the SEO space, I started to use all my previous skills, the ones I developed during the academic research years and to implement them in SEO. And so now I'm more and more interested in data analysis and in automation, SEO automation using Python and stuff like that.
Love that. Love that. So what part of SEO did you actually like that makes you actually go into it?
The editorial part, so the on-page optimization, and the everything that has to do with analyzing text. So with natural language processing, that is mainly the way that we have to operationalize words, so to transform words into mathematical representations and process them by numbers.
Love that. Love that. Okay. So now, like, let us know, like, how'd you actually learn it then? I know you started at agency. I mean, like, was there anyone you followed? Any sort resources that you used?
Sure. I had some great inspirations and mentors. For the general SEO, I'd say Steve Toth and Kevin Indig. And for the semantic SEO, I had the pleasure to discuss many times with Bill Slawski. I have recorded hours of conversation with Bill. He was interested in my knowledge about semiotics and especially the way to represent knowledge in many different ways. Knowledge graphs is just a way to represent knowledge. And then there is the other side of the SEO that I liked, that is the colored hat stuff. And there you had totally different mentors from,
Love
Pat
that.
Kubaitis, Lee Witcher, many people.
Yeah, so I mean, love
Chris
that, love that.
Palmer.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Love it, love it. And again, and so take us to like the present now. So like, what are you doing now? I mean, we'll talk about your software later, but you also ventured into creating software. That all you're doing now, or do you have an agency? You're still working at the agency?
Yeah, I still have an agency that is specialized in SEO and content marketing. There is also a social department. I consult other agencies, for example, at an international level. And I mainly focused on development right now. I'm working on another SaaS tool for data analysis, and I do a lot of scripting for automate content generation and optimization.
Love that, love that. We have Nestor in the chat saying maestro. Hello, Nestor, my man. All right. Let's get into the topic of today. So our topic of today is about advanced cloud stacking. But for those that don't know what cloud stacking is, can you like really kind of briefly explain an introduction to what cloud stacking is?
Yes. Cloud stacking falls under the general term SEO stacking. SEO stacking is a way to layering interconnected web properties in order to boost their collective results. We can use different types of stacks based on the kind of property or resource we use, like a G stack, a press release stack, or a cloud stack. So cloud stack in particular uses platforms like S3, Bunny, Wasabi, Google, IBM. There are many cloud platforms out there where you can create public buckets, public repository of content, and you can publish a static website. The first point with cloud stacking is that the website you create on the cloud starts with a stellar domain authority, and this is the basic point. Another point is the cost effectiveness. You really pay nuts for buying some space and publishing on it. And the third point is the scalability that is amazing, especially if you use automation tools when you want to build a stack.
Oh, love that. Okay, so what do you think are the benefits of these stacks? I mean, I know, so now that we have all these properties, what do you think the benefits are for the stacks?
First point, it's used like a source of backlinks, and also to differentiate your backlink profile. That is always an important thing. So you can use cheap resources with a very high domain authority just for backlinking your money site. This is the basic award that you have when you implement the cloud. Single cloud sites on different platforms to differentiate the domains pointing to your website. But the main point, as I said, the goal is to boost your business entity as a collection of digital assets. So a cloud page, a cloud sites, or a cloud stack, that is a layer of different cloud pages or sites, can act as a central hub to organize all the resources of your business entity and to corroborate by repetition and to amplify their presence on the web. So if you structure these properties in a right way through interlinking and through structured data, at the end of the day, you'll have a great picture of your business entity as a whole. And this is what we want that Google perceives about our presence online. It is a unity. It is not a collection of sparse channels. We have to centralize it, and we have to create a coherent storytelling, digital narration out of this representation of all the properties.
Love that. So I'm thinking some of the people out there that may not even know about what cloud stack, they're probably thinking like, is this a PBN? Is there a difference? What's the difference between a PBN and a cloud stack?
Oh, it's very different for many reasons. A PBN is deployed on a normal server as a normal website. You generally this time start with an expired domain, then you rebuild it, you put some content, you expect to index and rank it, and then you use it for backlinks. A cloud stack, again, is different. First of all, for the infrastructure, you are pushing your content to cloud buckets that are this container where you can upload your HTML files or your files in general. And again, it starts with a stellar domain because it has the authority of the cloud supplier. And the other point is that you don't use it for building a lot of pages. You can build a blog just to stay very focused and on the same topic of the specific money page that you want to push. So in a local scenario, for example, if I want to push a local page or a service page, I can build a cloud site. I can create a blog with 10 very optimized articles around the same topic of the service or local page. And then it is indexed in a couple of days because Google loves those clouds. And you use it, you can use it in many different ways as a buffer for backlinks, or you can, again, construct this complex representation in a specific way that I can explain in some way. You can create it through embeddings, through iframing. So once you have, let's say, your social properties, your social fortress, that is a collection of interconnected social profiles, Web 2.0 properties, you can put some of them or all of them on your cloud, embedding the iframe. You can embed your GStack, for example. You can embed a document where you have all the list of domains that are linking you after a press release campaign. You can embed your multimedia assets. For example, you can embed YouTube, you can embed SoundCloud. On SoundCloud, you can publish the same video track, the audio track from the video. And so you can create with just one content two different assets because you publish the video version on YouTube and create a playlist, and you create a playlist on SoundCloud. You can embed RSS feeds. And for different reasons, for example, you can embed a local RSS feeds to augment the local relevance of your cloud. And also you update the same page over and over because you continue to publish articles from the local news feeds. And in this way, Google will continue to visit your page. But you can also do something different with RSS. You can do the so-called co-citations. That is a way to create a custom RSS feed using a tool like RSS App or RSS Mesher. And you can put some very valuable resources that in the eyes of Google are authoritative. And at the same time, you can co-cite your own brand. So you create a RSS with your main, with most important content source in your space, and then you make with your brand. So in the eyes of Google, once you distribute this RSS you create and then also publish it on the cloud, you will be in a very good company with different websites. The way we orchestrate all these embeddings through iframe on the page, as I said, is a way to create a sort of representation of all the assets that you have. And it can be used for advanced techniques like the mirroring technique. The mirroring technique is a way to repurpose your content through different modalities and through different assets or channels. So, for example, you can start from a blog post on your website. You can generate from it a silo of GMB or Google Business Profile posts interlinked in a specific way, even a simple daisy chain. And from the post, you can create a YouTube playlist. And from that, with the audio tracks, a SoundCloud one. And you can, at the end, send a PR or more than one to repurpose again your content. In this way, you will have a flux of interconnected properties and contents in two ways. One that is horizontal and is cross-platforms, because you include a blog, you include the Google Business Profile, you include YouTube, and many other properties. And the other way is vertical, because you are interconnecting in every silo. The Google Business Profile posts are interconnected. The videos are interconnected through the playlist, because in each description you point to the nearest one to the top, so to the first one, from the late one to the first one. And the same you can do for the SoundCloud. Or if you want to generate an AI podcast and distribute it through different distribution platforms, and some of them will give you a do follow link, so it's a double advantage, but you can also use it to mirror your original content. In this way, creating this complex map that is all around the same general topics and the same central entities and the same business entity, you are corroborating it. It is through repetition of a message arriving from different sources, that the intelligent part, so the machine learning part of the search engines, can understand. And also the SGE, or the knowledge that an LLM has about your brand, is acquired by repetition. And so if you multiply the sources and then create a central hub on the cloud to collect them and show Google that they are just an orchestration of the same business entities that is representing itself in many different ways, you'll have a boost for sure. Google will learn, the algorithm will learn who you are, what you are doing in your niche, and so on.
Oh man, I didn't want to interrupt you there. You kept like going and going, guys. I mean, I'm gonna rewatch that whole segment right there, guys. I need to drop a knowledge bomb for that one, because that was a ton of stuff that was just going there. And I know you probably went into a lot of advanced stuff that I actually it was kind of like, I was getting a little lost there, but I know what you're doing and I know what's happening there, which is great, guys. So I saw Mike Merlino is in the live chat. So he's saying with stacks on stacks.
Hi, Mike.
There you go. And we saw just trans here's anyone that doesn't pick up on the accent. He's saying cloud money stacks. Yes. All right. So let's go into let's get into this. So let's go back to the top where, if people are referring to stacks, what are some common stack properties that people should be looking at?
The properties of the stack?
Yeah, like what are some, like,
So
I know you mentioned there's Amazon, right? There's like, what are some, for people that don't understand
there
what
is Amazon, Bunny CDN, Wasabi, IBM, Contabo, Google, there is Alibaba, Squarespace, GitHub Pages is used as a sort of cloud. There are maybe 15 different platforms that you can leverage for for your cloud stacks. And
Yes.
another important thing on your stacks, it's really, you can go very deep on your optimization. For example, just the pictures. I could spend some time just talking about pictures. The point is, I can have a Google stack, so a Google Drive with my pictures. I use them, I hard link them inside the Google My Business posts, but I can also hard link them inside my cloud. And for each picture, I can use a QR code. Google can follow the QR code like links. I can put my address, my NAP. I can tweak the EXIF data, all the metadata, just to insert some specific keywords or entities inside the metadata. I can use a free tool like Adobe. There is a tool by Adobe for tweaking all the metadata. And something that some SEOs don't know is that it's possible also to inject a structured data, so an image object type, inside the description field of the metadata of your pictures, and it will be read by the verification tools. So as you can see, with just one simple and single asset like a picture, you can do many things. We know even from the leak that Google has a module, an OCR module to read the text. So our logo will be detected, our address name will be detected, the link through the QR code, the metadata optimized around our keywords, the image object where we can put our, let's say, copyright owner, holder, that is our business entities. So through just an image on Google Drive and interlinked on different properties, we can tell a complex story.
Oh my God, man, dropping knowledge bombs all day, Max. Love that, love that. If you have any questions, ask them in the live chat, because I mean, I'm getting a lot just by listening to Max here, and I want to see if you guys can like throw in some things that we missed. But so I'm curious, like what's a good success story? Let's say one of the cloud stacks that you did that you were able to kind of like do for a client or do for yourself or website. Like what were some of the So if you're just doing cloud stacking
now I use stacks as one of the basic starting point of my new projects. So I always start with foundational links, with the social fortress, and with a set of cloud sites. What I prefer to do is to avoid big stacks. I can just publish single websites, but they have to be reliable looking, nice website, something that you can present to your client, not just one shitty HTML page dropped down on a cloud. No. You can do like satellite websites, like you would do with a Weebly, a Yahoo website, a Google site. Treat the websites that way and build one for your service and local page. If I'm in local space, one thing that I always do is try to expand my business entity neighbor by neighbor, starting from a keyword research. So your service keywords, your money keywords, plus location. You map all the location in your area and start to query Google with this keyword plus location to identify which are the sub-location, these small areas where there are weak spots on the SERP. Weak spots is when Google cannot serve anything better, so it can take a Web 2.0 property or something that is not so aligned with the search intent or whatever. And start by colonizing that specific easy area. And then you build from there. You go on with the local pages and the cloud stacks. You use it as a hub, and you put, you send some PBN backlinks to the cloud, because with those stellar domain authority, they can absorb any dirt, any fluctuation caused by Google trying to catching us that are trying to manipulate the backlinks. And so this kind of buffers at the cloud are ideal because they allow at the follow link, obviously, and they are strong enough to absorb those kind of fluctuations. And even if something goes bad, you can always disconnect your buffer and you will have your ranking back from your pushed local service page. So now for me, creating this sort of constellation of 4, 5, 6 small sites, everyone with 10 articles, is my starting point strategy to deal with new projects, both local or national. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so let's do a step-by-step process for someone to follow really easy. And like, what's like let's think of it like a newbie that wants to do this by hand. They want to do it by hand. Like, how many properties should they do? At least maybe it should be every 5 properties, 10 properties. What's like what they should start doing there? So let's go into like, think about like let's start from like the research, what you need to put on there, and like signing things up just from step 1 to executing. So we know how hard and how much work it does take to build one of these.
The first point is always creating your personal account on the cloud platforms that you want to leverage. There are some platforms that are better than the other regarding their indexability and also their domain authority. For example, Azure is a great starting point because it's indexed in a couple of days. If you don't exaggerate, just publishing hundreds of pages at the same time. I want to explain, because it's an important shift in the cloud stacking techniques, or at least my approach over the years. So you create your accounts, and sometimes it can be a little bit tricky with these providers. Now, generally speaking, you have to create a paid account, but we are talking about $3, $5 a month if you want to have a public bucket. So if you want to publish a website, you need a public bucket. And in that case, you have to pay something monthly. Once you have the accounts, you have to build your websites. You can do this in different ways, manually. You can simply buy or download a HTML template from Marketplace, or you can build it with an HTML editor, and then you have manually to deploy every single site. Otherwise, you can use a tool. There are a couple of different tools on the market to automate the creation and deploy to the cloud. So the first and easiest thing to do is to create single websites and deploy them to different clouds without interlinking them. This is the easiest. It's not properly a stack, but you will have some backlinks, and you can use the page for topical relevance and for PBN links, or also for topical trust flow manipulation. If you buy some or find some drop domain that are on your topic, on your locality, if it's local, because local relevance is more important in local than the topical relevance that is more important in national projects. And you can rebuild and point those dropped domains to your cloud page and the cloud page to your money site, just to pass some topicality, some topical relevance, some topical trust flow. That is the name of the metric by Majestic SEO. So the easiest thing is to create separate websites and publish them as satellite websites.
And how many do you think should be minimum in a cloud stack?
5.
Five.
I generally go with 5, and depending on the competition, I can go much harder. But what I really don't suggest to do is what we used to do a couple of years ago. That is to create like a tiered structure with 100 cloud pages published on 10 clouds. It's useless. It's totally unnatural. I prefer to go with 5 websites with a very well-structured blog silo on a single topic to push a specific page. That's better right now than just going with hundreds or thousands of tiered cloud pages.
Love that. And it actually kind of goes into like a video I shared today about like, putting hundreds of pages is getting like being more focused on having less pages with more authoritative content, more quality content. Like even like a website with 5 to 7 pages actually will probably do better than a page with hundreds of pages with poor content, right?
Since 2 years, pruning is one of the key to have back some traffic if you lost it during an update. I tried it many times on national sites, and every time I prune, at the next update, I have at least some of my traffic back.
Yeah, I'm definitely going through the exercise right now because my own personal website got hit by the last update, and I'm like, okay, let me do some pruning here. Like, let me just put some more. I went crazy on the AI content on one of my personal sites, so it's like, okay, let me redo my whole content structure and really just pick 5 things to go after, and then build some stacks around that. So I want to get to more advanced strategies. Okay, once we got all that going, I know you earlier you gave like a whole process, but let's go to talk some advanced strategies and like and more so of like how you talk about like adding structured data, relationship properties being fundamental for these cloud stacks as well. Let's get into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Structured data, schema.org is one of the topics that I really love because of the entity SEO and many conversations with Bislowski. The point is that schema.org wasn't created just to mark up some data. It's about telling a story that search engine can understand. It's a framework, it's a structured framework, and it acts like a cohesive glue within the semantic web, enabling the definition and interlinking, 2 different steps, definition and interlinking of entities across the internet. So you can create a network of both hierarchical and associative relationships. And mainly you will have to do to handle 3 different types of entities: the business entities, so local business or organization types; the web entities that are the digital documents, the web page, the website, or the components of a page, a video, an image, an article, an how-to, a FAQ section. And then we have the content entities. And the content entities have to do to declaring the topics that you are discussing. So there is a set of specific properties inside the structured data and types that you can use to try to allow the search engines to figure out which are your main topics. So structured data cannot be used in a valuable way in full automation. You cannot just use yoast to rank math, because the way you describe your website will be the same of each one of your competitors. And as we say, the structured data has the purpose of telling your own business story. So when you create a cloud stack, for example, let's say that I have 4 cloud sites that are interlinked together. Okay. I can use a relational property like main entity of page. Main entity of page is to pointing to the main entity, but some SEO thinks that the entity should be inside the same domain. It's not. You can use a cloud and use as the main entity the URL of your money site. And this way, you are telling Google with the cloud structure is supporting and it's describing the main entity that is the business entity. You can use other relational properties like as part or is part of, that is the inverse. This one is hierarchical. Let's say that you want to publish a stack where you have an interlinking schema like one page that is linking to your money site, and then you have many others as tiers 2. Okay, you can tell, or even tiers 2 and then tiers 3. You can tell Google that the page that is or the site that is a tier 3 is part of the tier 1. So it will understand that even if the stack is deployed on different domains, it acts as a wall. It's a whole structure because one is part of the other. You can use different relational property like same as. Same as is very important for two reasons. For the business entity, you can declare all your assets, your social, your citations, whatever you have. But for the topics, let's say you are describing an article, and so you use the article type or the web page type to just describe a generic web page. You can tell Google that this page is about is a property, a specific entity. And in that case, you name the entity, you use the name. So my page is about SEO, same as the SEO page on Wikidata. So in this case, I use it same as, not to show my own properties, but to show a relationship about my own content, my central entity, the entity about my content is constructed, to point to an external resource on a knowledge base. Or the mentions properties. Mentions, you can mention different subtopics. Do not exaggerate. Do not destroy structured data just with stuffing a lot of things inside them. Clarity is more effective than keyword stuffing. For sure, you can stuff keywords. Google will read them. You can even rank keywords just present on your structured data. There are experiments, it's proved. But clarity and the definition of your network is the main point. Don't treat different schema like island, floating island. You have to interconnect them to create a self-explaining graph that you can read as a human, reading all the nodes, and the properties are the relationship between the nodes. So for example, a node is a page that the edge is as part, a video, or this person is subject of another relational property, this video. So you know that the subject of the video is the person that you define through the person schema. It is this kind of orchestration that will give you a competitive advantage over your competitors because they are too lazy to write a proper structured data.
Excellent!
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so what we've been talking about this for the past 30 minutes here, it can get pretty complex, right? I mean, and we may not have the time to build. We may not have the time to build this. So everyone was like, "Hey, Max, man, this is great stuff," but I mean, I don't have the time to build this. But you know, we're in luck, right? Because you've actually put all this into a software that we can actually do all this. It's called Stacking.cloud. Can you give us a high-level overview what Stacking.cloud is? And does it include all the schema that you're mentioning as well? Like, tell us more.
Yes. So first point, I started doing to explain how different is this software from the competitors. I started doing cloud stacks manually by designing HTML website with nice page and then manually uploading them, manually inserting the links, manually publishing the structured data. Then I moved to a tool that was, still is a good tool. It's Yax by Jasper Nissen. Okay. And I used it, I think I was maybe the third client of this tool. I used it for 1 year, but at some point I was annoyed by some constraints because the main important thing is to fill the content, and then you have a couple of templates that all the users have to replicate. And also the way to fill your content just answering questions is a little bit tricky because we are used to content management systems like WordPress, so to work or with a builder on the front end or from the dashboard of WordPress. So with a fantastic team of developers that I knew since many years, we decided to build a tool together for cloud stacking. And the central point of the tool is that it's built around WordPress. Okay. So you will have access to this multi-site installation of WordPress. Oh. You will have a fantastic builder that is called Live Canvas. Live Canvas is well known by some SEOs because it generates a super clean and very fast HTML code. And you can build visually, but you can also tweak every line of the HTML code because you have a HTML code editor. So for our user, you are in a familiar ambient that is WordPress. You start building your new websites. We provide templates for pages, and also a just released set of sections that are very clean HTML. So you can build your site visually, or you can start from our templates. There are all the examples and all the iframe sections. So you will ready to embed Google properties, maps, external maps, whatever you need, videos, whatever. And once you make the site, you can also clone it. And we have an AI system for example, generate color palettes for you. So you want to differentiate the color palette. This AI model generate and gives you some example of colors. You just click and we recompile on the fly the CSS in 5 seconds. You will see a site with a different color palette applied to it. Once you like it, you can insert the other texts. It's connected with Agility Rider and Neural Rider. So you can take a list of keywords and put it on Agility, and then you will have all your articles in the back end of WordPress. But the magic is when you want to deploy. You have to associate every site to a specific cloud because you have a password like a keyword for talking with the cloud. And you click deploy, and under the hood, we do the magic. We create a static version of the website, and then we deploy it to the cloud. So you can use it both for building cloud stacks, as I explained, like central hubs, like buffers for cheap links, like press release, press room on the cloud. You can do many things. But you can also embrace the philosophy of the static websites. Static websites are faster, cheaper, and more secure because we know plugins and WordPress itself are not safe at all. There are always a lot of things happening. For $5, you can deploy a perfect website because you design it on WordPress with live canvas. You do whatever you want. Something that you can present to any clients. And instead of just putting there WordPress and the server, you just design and push. You create your blog, you update the deploy, and you will have your blog post on the cloud. So the main difference with the other tools on the market is that we washed out the approach of the mass page spam building. Not because I have anything against. What works is my philosophy. Until you scam or cheat someone, call it creativity. That's it. But now it's not working so much as in the past. So the less, the best. So just go with some clouds or start to use Stacking.cloud as a designer to build and sell local websites, HTML static website to your clients.
Wow, it's that. So we can actually build quality websites.
So it's a new thing, not easy to explain because it's on a border between an advanced design SaaS and based on WordPress and the stacking tool. But we are releasing many updates. For example, the new section set and some simplification in the UI was released 2 days ago. We are implementing some AI. We are doing many things to
love it, guys. I mean, definitely check it out. I mean, I'm sure, like I always ask this for anyone that has software, like if we can create, if there be a discount code for the audience out there. If not, it's okay. But if you do,
yes, there is one.
Oh, there is one.
There is one that I want to share with the audience.
Okay.
It's early 50, and you will have a 50% lifetime discount.
50? Did you say 50?
50. Yes,
Like
early 50. 50.
Oh wow, that's a lot, guys. So wait, it's
the first time I talked publicly about this tool, and so we decided to do this special promotion for your channel.
Oh yeah, so discount code. So what was it? 50 early 50 early.
Yes.
Early 50, guys. So discount code for early 50. Check that out. We are at time, guys. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them in live chat right now, because I have to ask my last question, so we're at time here. But for you guys, check out the discount code early 50. That's for lifetime on Stacking.cloud, which is freaking awesome for you guys. So definitely check that out myself. For you guys, if you guys have any questions, get them in right now, because the last question I asked all my SEO professionals on here, Max, is that if someone wanted to become an SEO professional themselves, somehow get into the SEO industry, what would your advice be to them?
Yeah. Well, now you have many sources to study, because studying is for sure a first step. But remember, since the beginning, you have to put your hands on something. So build your own website, try to work even for free for someone from some relative who has a local business or whatever, because you cannot just study and detach the studying part from the real life experiments. But there are many YouTube channels, for example, sources that I like. When I started, Href blog is a great source. There are many. The Art of SEO is still a great book by Rand Fishkin-Mose. If you really don't know anything about SEO, just start reading that book, and then you'll know if you like it, and you can drill down on specific parts.
Love it. We did. Let me see here. We have Brian says, I'll be having a good look at this software. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Brian, I'm definitely I actually checked it out. I have seen the interface inside there, so I definitely have to play with it more, but I want to definitely check it out more myself. I mean, just learning more from hearing you of what the software can do sounds amazing. And then guys, I can't stress enough, like 50% off, that's a lot, guys. So I'll put the code back on here. It is. Discount code early 50, guys. Early 50 for the discount code for Stacking.cloud. I didn't see any other questions that come in, but so Max, thank you so much for coming on. Everyone, let's give a round of applause.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
All right, guys. Can you hold on for one quick second while I sign off here? Hold on for one quick second.
Sure.
All right, guys. That concludes another episode of the SEO Video Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to visit our sponsors. Go to check out SEOrockstars.net and magicpr.com. And check out my new show, AI Money Show. Search AI Money Show, and I will be starting that very, very soon. AI Money Show. Let's go. All right.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new, because the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO professionals, SEO video show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Woo!